What's good, everybody? It's your boy Diego. So the wait is over. The boys are here.
Over, yes.
We've been teasing on Snapchat. You know, like these Snapchat premium girls all over the place. We tease, bro.
Stop teasing us, bro. Sick and tired of this shit, yo.
I'm not paying that money, bro. But it's your boy Diego, and we're here with the Unknown Enlightenment podcast. I'm here with my co-host Ethan. Not getting this, I think.
What's up? What's up?
Also, my co-host Isaac Cologne.
How you doing? What's up?
How you doing?
How you doing?
It's here. You've been seeing it on Snapchat. Some of you have been pissing your pants. Some of you don't even care. But we're going over right now.
Fuck you if you don't care.
All right. Well, he's already starting heat, bro. As soon as we get into school, someone's going to fight us.
Somebody's going to try to fight us. I swear, bro.
You're on the football team, and maybe you can fight him for us.
He'll be all right.
I heard you're a good tackler, Ethan.
We ain't know.
What if he gets bodied? As soon as
He gets bodied.
Boom. Oh,
Body them
Like, my bad.
But the expose of Tollgate. I know we're bound to piss a few people off. Mm-hmm. Mr. Kane's probably going to call us to his office like, well, what is this?
Yeah.
But,
we
you know.
should be expecting that.
But, you know, whatever. You know,
It's okay.
We're talking because
whatever.
we're not really saying anything wrong.
We're not saying names.
Yeah, it's true. You know, we're
No
not.
names will be said on this podcast,
Kane's
so
like,
no drama can start.
Except for Mr. Kane.
Yeah, Mr. Kane's like, yo, come on. Either you tell us who it is or we're going to throw hands. But the expose of Tollgate. Now, we're going to get to stuff like drugs, the hoeing around, the love versus lust. I think that's what we call it, love versus lust.
Yeah.
So, before we start that, I think we should let people get to know us. You know what I mean?
You want me to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah, you can go first, bro.
All right. My name's Ethan. I'll go to Tollgate. Now, I don't hate the school, but there's definitely problems with the school and the people in it. So just stay ready.
It's me, your host, the boy who's operating the system. It's your boy, Diego. Like Ethan said, I have no problem with the school. People at the school are kind of cool. I think when everybody gets together and like different personalities clash, it's when the real problem starts. And Tollgate, as a result, I would say, I was going to say the word shitty. You would agree.
Yeah.
But I would say the problem with Tollgate is not like the infrastructure itself. It's the people around there and like the interactions and problems that cause.
Yeah.
So last but not least, the nigga who hates the school most.
Isaac, you know, your boy. And I don't necessarily hate the school. I'm not gonna lie, you know. Just the people in the school sometimes, like, you know, they know what to do. They know the right thing, but instead they choose to do the wrong thing, you know.
Sounds like a disappointed dad, bro.
Yeah.
He walks in.
It's like, I thought you could do better, my son.
I taught you better.
I've seen a lot of disappointment through my 4 years of Tollgate. I cannot lie.
Oh yeah, forget to mention we're all seniors, so this isn't just some freshman like, oh, we hate Tollgate because whatever. We experienced 4 years of this bullshit.
We've seen the ups and downs.
See the ups and downs, you know. So before we start trashing Tollgate, I think we should acknowledge some of the good things about Tollgate.
All right.
This was like,
That's a good thing.
he's trying to say, what good things?
It's like,
Yeah, what good things.
The good thing
Elaborate.
I think Tollgate has done, at least for me, this year, it seems that everybody's kind of chill.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like the spirit of Tollgate. Tollgate's got a good spirit, better than.
I feel like that's just
Tollgate.
because it's just senior year. We all just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
We're not trying to impress nobody. We're just
Yeah, we're all
here
going to
finish.
college and
Yeah.
doing this thing. I know people will be like, well, if there's no problem, then why post about this? It's not about senior year. It's about a culmination of years.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously when we leave, the problem is still going to be there. So it's
It'll
kind of
probably
like,
even worsen.
Yeah.
yeah, because I don't know. What I heard through the grapevine was that Tollgate's going so bad that in a couple of years, high school diplomas there will not be worth anymore. I don't know if you heard this rumor too.
No, I didn't hear that
No, I didn't
rumor,
hear that.
but I honestly believe it.
Because I guess it's such. I don't know the specifics of the details, but like that's because I guess because Tollgate's going down, like the diplomas may not be worth as much and shit like that. So for us, it's definitely a big deal for me.
I feel like that's just a work in general, though, because, like, even Pilgrim, the kids from there, too.
Yeah, but we don't want to, you know. Yeah, I'm talking about Tollgate. I don't really go to Pilgrim, so you know.
I know, I'm not.
Yeah,
Yes,
but fuck it.
Just saying, work in
Let's
general.
get into the first topic, bro. We're thinking about this. The list is here, bro. We made a list, bro.
Got the list.
We made a list, bro. The biggest problem, or one of the biggest problems with Tollgate is the drug use. Now, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you smoke weed. It's your life. Do what you want. You know what I mean? I'm not your mama. I'm not your daddy. I don't give a fuck. Live your life. But my boy Isaac and all of us here, when we want to go to the bathroom, bro, and you guys are blowing clouds and Kane walks in with his Buzz Lightyear uniform popping.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond. He's like, hey, what's going on? You ruined for the rest of us. Now, this is what I heard through the grapevine. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not trying to talk shit to anybody. If you've done this in the past, I hope you stop doing it because it's wrong. I heard you, I'm going to say people. I I already know. People are going to be like, oh my God, what do you mean you girls? Shit. What do you mean you girls? Diego?
Just say Diego.
Shut up.
Tell him what's up.
You've been second day for drugs. Everyone's like,
oh shit. It's about to go down.
but that's what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah.
So you're probably wondering where the fuck you hear this shit. It's unreliable. My sources are reliable. The people who I've talked to about this have honestly said that people have sucked dick for money. When they are sucked for money, sucked dick for drugs. Now, this is what I heard, but you know.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this yet.
Ethan's a good boy, bro. He's on the team. As soon as they hear about this, they're like, look at him. Come here. You're off.
So, like, just fill me in on, like, what shit has been going down.
So, the name of the person will not be said because obviously this person, I don't want this person that could be like, oh shit, leave somebody name.
It's not just one person, though. It's not just one person. Keep that in mind. It's not just one person.
It's a culmination of evidence. And I think the biggest factor about this is like everybody, I would say like 95% of our people in our school are addicted to drugs.
Yes.
I would say, would you say 95%?
Yeah. A good, maybe not 95%, but like a good amount. Maybe, probably like 80 to 90%.
Let's do the math, bro. Let's think about this, right? How many people do you know who don't do drugs?
Probably like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. All my friends do drugs. I have no friends who don't do drugs.
I mean, that's the thing. But everyone had told you, like, you know, I like people. They're not bad people, but
it's not bad if you do drugs.
This was gonna advertise heroin and shit.
I mean, it's your life. You can live your life however you want, but like,
the biggest problem is with me is when you post about it on Snapchat for no reason.
Oh,
there's no reason. Why?
There's one kid.
Then you wonder why. How the fuck did the cops find me, bro? You've been posting about it.
Posting it, bro.
It's like the next 6ix9ine case. Bro. That's the reason he's in jail.
There's evidence and stuff like that. There's like they put like the geolock location. They put like the filter where they are. Everything. How did they find me?
How did they get me, yo?
How did they find me, bro?
Snapchat maps and shit. Stop playing, bro.
Yeah, it's like, and then you wonder, oh my God. I think the biggest problem for me, right, is that when they act like they don't have a problem with drugs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody has a problem with drugs. It all depends more about the usage.
Yeah, but
it depends, like,
but not like them, bro. They're like, as soon as you take their drugs away, they're afraid to stab some people like crackheads, bro.
I mean, you're kind of right about that. I can't lie.
So that's what I'm saying, though, and I'm thinking to myself as a person, right? How did we get to this situation? I'm thinking back, right?
Mm-hmm.
The majority of people who do these drugs do it for like no reason.
Yeah, there's no real reason to do drugs. Most people say that drugs help them cope, and that I can't lie as a person. Like, I know sometimes it does help, but it all depends more about the usage. If you use too much, it's too much. But if you use too less, it's too less. But I'm not here to promote drugs.
He's gonna have a cannabis app as soon as it comes out. Like they're gonna sponsor him.
Sponsor me, please.
Sponsor me, please. Oh my God. I think. So I don't know, because I'm talking out here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any personal story about drugs?
No.
I mean, I remember, what was it called?
This was gonna pop
2
up.
years ago. Fentanyl sold in the bathroom.
Oh, shit. All right, let me break down the story for those who don't know, all right? Back in, what was it?
Sophomore year?
2017, 20...
Yeah, 2017.
Was it 2017?
Yeah, I think it was 2017.
We're going to have to fact check this. Someone's going to be like, it's 2018.
It was 2018.
Niggas, what 20? There was somebody, and we know this person because this person was stuck out like a sore thumb.
She was out there.
She was out there. They were saying fentanyl, which is, you know... This thing's face. Oh my God! Fentanyl. They got caught. Obviously, they got solding it or
distributing
it, and they basically got. Did they get arrested or did they just get kicked out?
I'm pretty sure they got expelled. I don't think.
Well, kicked out. I'm talking about
they got expelled, but I don't know what else happened.
I don't know. So this is the biggest problem. I think people in Tollgate who like, how the fuck do I word this properly? Because obviously some people are like, well, get on with it, nigga. Keep talking. This is what I'm thinking, right?
Mm.
Weed is a big problem in Tollgate, bro.
I don't think it's weed. It's more about dab carts.
Yeah, but what are dab carts filled with, though?
Dab carts are filled with chemicals that be fucking up your lungs.
Yeah, but people we know people put weed in that shit. No? Am I wrong?
I've heard people mixing stuff with it.
That's what am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but like,
Ethan, can we empty out your pockets? Let's use your pockets right now.
I got nothing on me. I don't smoke.
The cops busting. Come here.
No, I see what you're saying though.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the incident with the kid that smoked a lace dab pen, right?
Yeah.
Is that the?
Yeah, the kid who was. I may be fucked up for saying this, but literally the story Mr. K told. So we were all like the auditorium.
It's kind of fucked up. We laughing. I can't lie.
But to me, it was a funny situation because it's pretty dramatic, and I know it's like harmful, and I hope that kid's okay. But to me, as a person, if you know me, I try to think of stuff in funny ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always try to do my. So Mr. K was like, "There was once this boy." Like, so this is okay. So for those who don't know, like, we all go to the auditorium. You know, this is like first day talking about our own shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. King comes in. It's supposed to be about no vapes, no drugs, or anything. And he was like, there was a guy. He never said the name. Mm. He did a dab pen. It was laced with something, and he freaked out. He passed out. And this thing before you go.
He goes. He came to my office,
and he was like, "Oh, what, did he come
like, yeah, he was like, he came to my office. He's like, Mr. Kane, I think I'm dying."
And then, and then he said goodbye, and then passed out.
And then passed out.
To me, okay, I was like, "Oh my god, Diego, why would you laugh at that? That's wrong. You almost died." First of all, he put himself in that situation.
Yeah.
No offense.
Oh my god.
And to me,
it's not good. We're laughing at this, but like, this is real shit.
He just passed out.
Goodbye.
That's like some movie shit. Tell my mom I love her.
Yeah. So obviously the kid. I hope the kid made it.
I hope he's okay.
He's a dead kid. No, okay.
Nah.
Talking about a dead kid, bro. Okay. This is the thing I'm saying about that, though. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem I have with people is that when they talk about, oh my god, fucking nicotine's disgusting, they won't smoke a cigarette, but they'll do a full like fucking what is like a Juul pod of like what like of nicotine.
Yeah.
It's like what the. It's the same thing.
Nah, juuling is gross, bro.
For me, I don't understand the point of juuling. I think if you're juuling, you're kind of, you know.
It's basically smoking cigarettes.
Shoot yourself in the head.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like,
that's basically.
I don't know why you're talking about me like that.
First of all, cigarettes are gross. So juuling is gross.
Smoke cigarettes, bro.
Nigga, what?
If you hitting Juuls, I promote smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, because you're doing the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. I mean, people say that you don't like the smell. I mean, I'd rather smell than have my lungs fucked up.
I'm not gonna lie though.
I think
people are starting to smoke cigarettes now.
That's gross.
And that's honestly the grossest thing
ever.
ever.
I don't really care what you guys do. I'm not gonna say it's gross, but
this bitch says, "What are you making?" We told her all week.
It's not cool.
Man, stop asking questions, yo. Just be ready.
I know some people are like, "Oh my god, this is boring," but you know, this is our first episode. We're gonna get into it. When we really get into it, we're gonna get into it. So. Mm-hmm. So I think we already elaborated on like all the points. Until obviously, you know, if anyone knows a real drug dealer, look at Isaac. Names. Don't have any names, but you know, he has glasses and he's a.
You know, I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I'm a suburban. I'm a
suburban kid, bro. But who? It's
white picket fat head ass.
The crazy part for me, it's not like the minorities. Minorities do it. Mm. You know what I mean? But the most kids who do drugs at school are what? White kids.
All the white, like sporty kids.
Sporty kids, like for some reason, and this actually, I'm gonna call people out. I don't care. I'm not.
No.
I'm not gonna. I'm not.
I mean, if you want to, that's all you.
It's on you. It's on you. Whatever Diego says, not on me.
It's
not me.
It's not no. I'm not saying. I'm talking about people in general. Like who is it? It's like white kids who live in good areas and they just want to do drugs all day. You know what I mean?
I mean that's how it's always been.
That's true, but the problem is now,
even
like
in high school movies, it's always been like that.
Have you ever? It's never like because our school has like what, fucking 10 minorities in it, including us in that count.
There's some.
No, there's a good amount.
Yeah,
What was it, like 25, 20?
Probably like 25%.
No, there's more than that.
You think so?
No, I think it's 25%.
25. Yeah, 25.
So now of that 25, I don't think a lot of those kids really do like drugs. You know what I mean? Some of them obviously do, but like
they know their parents will beat their ass.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they finesse it. But this is crazy for me when I go over my white friend's house and they talk the way to their parents, or they say something, or they do stuff around their parents.
Bruh.
They just don't care.
I'd be so scared for them. Like if they came to my house and I did that shit, I'd be dead.
I'm actually telling our mamas to shut the hell up, bro. As soon as they wake up.
Like what?
What?
I brought you into this world. I can take you
out of it.
By the time I say shut, I'm already
dead. I'm already dead, bro.
They stab your neck. Oh my
Stop
god.
playing with them, bro.
That shit. But to me, that's weird. It's like, why are you encouraging your kid to do drugs? Because we know some people at Tollgate who mamas and daddies smoke with them. So it's like, what? That's crazy to me.
That's beyond me. Like I don't get how you let your kid.
Let my mom catch me smoking in the house, bro. I'm getting my neck snapped as soon as I walk through the door. And you know she's Dominican. She with her hands out. ¿Qué pasa contigo, chico?
Now just be careful of the chancleta, bro.
Yeah, bro. So
Chancleta, bro.
They be throwing it across the room.
She be called her best ass whoopings.
They be throwing that shit like a boomerang.
For real. Hit you in the back of the head, come right back.
Do you think it's because, and this may be, I don't want to say like, yeah, fuck, it's gonna be racy. Do you think because white people don't really like, I don't want to say discipline, but like, because like, when we were younger, we all got hit with something. If we're all being honest, we all got hit with something. Well, you were all younger.
That belt hurts.
But do you think that early mentality of that early
the wooden
mentality
spoon, bro?
Do you think that early mentality of hitting your kids is kind of,
just that early point of discipline?
Yeah. I've never seen any of my, because our moms ain't afraid to kick one of our asses in front of our friends, bro.
Yeah, they'll kick our ass in public. They
don't care.
Do you think that how do I say it correct? Do you think like white people don't like to hit their kids, and their kids are like, oh, my parents ain't gonna hit me, so fuck them?
I mean, I don't want to say white people in general. There's definitely like
there's some white parents who beat the fuck out of their kid.
Yeah. Some parents that just don't give a fuck.
They be doing the most.
Yeah.
They
be killing their kids.
Start choking them out, starting random shit.
Our parents got common decency.
Yeah,
they'll beat us to a pulp, but they'll make sure we're still alive.
You'll live to go to school tomorrow, bro. That's what I'm saying.
If you got red marks on your face, you're still going to school,
Yeah.
bro.
They don't give a fuck.
Like, what happened? I just fell down.
Yeah, I fell down the stairs.
I ran into a pole.
Your mom's in the back. Yeah. You fell into a pole?
Yeah.
But that came out of a place of love, you know what I mean? It came out of a place of like,
that's just discipline.
We're not trying to be mean to you, but every day, like, because when you're a kid, you do dumb shit.
We all done dumb shit.
Everybody does dumb shit.
Even I think about it now, all the dumb shit I used to do.
Yeah.
Did you ever just get that moment where you're staying in your bed, you just remember something you did as a kid, you're like, oh my
fucking dying laughing.
Yo, I'd be dying laughing.
Like, why the fuck did I do that shit, bro?
I'd be hitting on my cousin and be like, yo, you remember the time we did this?
Yeah.
We'd be dying for like hours, bro.
Oh my god, it's so stupid. Not to call Christy Reed. I posted on my story a bunch of times what we're doing at the podcast about. Stop texting me about it, all right?
Shout out to Christy.
Shout out Christy. See if you got any questions.
But we can look up some questions.
See if she wants to ask things.
Shout out her snap, bro.
Some guys.
Single and ready to mingle,
she's a redhead. She's a how tall is she? She's short.
Yeah, she's short.
I feel like if I tackled her, I would just like kill her body.
I mean, she hit us up though. That's her problem. That's it.
I'm with you guys on this one.
Yeah. So all right. Well, all right. So we obviously talked about the drugs. We went on a little tangent because obviously that's how we roll on this podcast. I think. So obviously we talk about the drug problem. It was obviously me talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the root cause of people Tollgate doing drugs?
Depression, anxiety.
Oh yeah, anxiety 100%. Especially going into like junior year, I feel like that's when everybody started doing it.
That's when senior project and everything.
I feel like most drug abuse is mostly for mental illnesses and stuff like that, to deal with depression and anxiety and stuff like that.
Isn't it? Call me whatever, right? I'm going to be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do what I'm doing. Do you think that at Tollgate especially, because we have to talk about Tollgate as an experience. We're talking about Tollgate. We're not talking about Pilgrim, whatever, because we're not going there.
Yep, my bad.
Do you think people use depression or my anxiety to justify their very shitty behaviors?
Sometimes it really depends on circumstances. Some people some people know that they're using it to try to get out of trouble, and some people actually go through it. But sometimes it's kind of too hard to find the difference between that. Because now everybody's depressed. Like, everybody's depressed. Everybody got anxiety.
Yeah. And I think for me, the problem is too many people use like, oh my God, I'm depressed. Oh my God, or whatever. They use the wrong terminology.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're sad.
Sad.
I don't know. Maybe you are depressed.
Day.
I'm just talking about from my perspective.
It's not even only that. It's like if you're depressed and you have anxiety, you gotta do something about it. You gotta stop complaining about it, because how many people got depression in the world and anxiety in the world? You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Do you know how many stats?
You live in Warwick. You really don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just call it out.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, though.
Do you know? So this is funny. Every time I would go snap with the guys like, oh my God, he broke my heart or whatever. I'm so depressed. Like, bitch, you're not depressed. You're gonna get another planet in your solar system in like 2 weeks.
That's fact.
Chill out.
We know you got some rebounds on the side.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, your man best friends, right?
Yeah,
your best friend.
He's over my house. He's my friend.
Yeah, he's my best friend.
He's in the shower with me. He's my friend.
He's my friend.
That's what they all say.
But yeah, we always talk about the drugs, but we want this is the real meat. We all want to go over this. I think all of you are gonna be happy about it. We're gonna start hoeing around in Tollgate, bro. Hoeing around.
Oh.
Now my boy is ready to pop off. You want to start?
Go ahead.
I just ready to pop off. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. All right. Hoeing around, man. It's evoluted to the max.
Evoluted.
It's bad.
This
man.
nigga evoluted to the max.
Crop tops in school, like I don't care what you wear, and I don't really care. But like, if you're gonna be wearing crop tops every day, no one wants to see your belly button. No one wants to see your belly button.
Speak for yourself, nigga.
You're telling me you guys want to look at belly buttons?
No. The problem is not what you wear. The problem, you can wear whatever you want, right?
Nah, it's definitely part of.
No, part of it is.
So you Ethan, you're gonna get text.
There'd be some people that be like trying way too hard, like built like a pole,
trying to show off shit they don't got. Bro.
But this is the biggest problem I have. Tell me not when a female dresses a certain type of way. We're talking about titties out, with a little booty crop top, thong showing, and then a guy's like, "Damn!" They act like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like they act like
they be doing it for attention, and once they get it, once they get it from the wrong person,
you don't want an ugly nigga like me looking at you. The problem is that this is what I see, right? Girls now, and obviously people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're fucking women bashing." Nigga, I'm telling the truth. I have no reason to lie. Other than, joking. For me, it's the biggest thing is when a female dresses a certain way, right? You can dress whatever you want, right? Just know the way you dress affects how we look at you. If like, let's think about like who's a hot guy? Fucking Chris Evans, or the guy who played Captain America or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or like, no, for Chris Hemsworth, for example, right? Yeah, obviously, women find him good looking. Mm-hmm. If he showed up with a shirt like this, his abs showing, and he's flexing his muscle, he's showing up, right? And the girls are looking, and like Chris Hemsworth like, like that. Are you gonna act like he didn't mean to do that? Are you gonna act like women don't do the same thing? Women look at guys as much as us guys look at women.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But in society, I feel like guys are more able to do that instead of women. Just because
I disagree.
Society makes a lot of things.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's more acceptable nowadays for women to gawk at men than for us to gawk at women. Now, obviously, there's a certain limit. If a guy's going to be grabbing your booty or whatever and touching your titty, you shouldn't do that.
No.
It's fucked up. But what I'm saying is, if a guy looks, he's like, "Damn," or whatever, and you're like, "Oh, like bitch, you did that."
Sound effect, bro.
Oh shit! Oh, dang it! Oh, that shit cut, bro. And it's gonna sound like booty on the. I'm gonna have to edit that, bro. It's like, what I'm saying is, bro, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing at Tollgate. And obviously, some people are like, "How? What does this do with Tollgate, bro?" It has to do a lot with Tollgate. I will say for a fact, girls at Tollgate are experts in ruining good relationships. Don't at me, don't whatever. I'm speaking the truth.
Yeah, you're speaking the truth, all right. I can agree with that topic.
Can we not agree on that?
Yeah, we definitely
we can agree on that. Niggas ruin good relationships for no reason. Other than to be have you ever seen a girl's post where she's like, "Oh my god, I just want a guy to break up with his girlfriend or whatever to play with me or whatever, I'm bored."
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, for me, Tollgate's full of. I was gonna use the word horror.
I'm not gonna say they're full of horrors.
Yeah.
No. I almost used the
small majority.
I almost used the. I'm saying I almost used the word whore. I'm not hoes.
Hoes. Yeah.
There's a difference between a whore and a hoe. That is. But there's a difference. For us, for me, when I see it, it's like, for what purpose do you have to ruin a good relationship for? There's no reason. Leave that be.
Jealousy.
Right, and that's what I wanted to get into.
Jealousy,
what do you think?
Envy, greed.
What do you think? And obviously, we can all do our own thing. What do you think makes a hoe do what a hoe does?
It's definitely the
Attention.
jealousy. Yeah.
Craving for attention, greed.
Especially when, like, say you have a girl, for instance, say she's, like, bragging about her boyfriend and shit. That's when...
That shit, I'm not gonna lie. That shit's kind of annoying. Snap, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care about your boyfriend, bro.
11 type shit, that's just dead. Stop with that.
Isaac, yeah, come on, bro. Let's talk about this. What do you think makes a hoe, bro?
What I think makes a hoe? I feel like if you know what you're doing to try to get what you want, I feel like that's being a hoe.
You mean like manipulating?
Yeah, like manipulating, abuse. Like, there's different types of abuse. Like, some people... There's a lot of, abusive relationships out there that people don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And sometimes you can't tell, but the only way you can tell is really looking at it and really trying to understand what's going on.
I think for me, what makes a hoe is somebody who... How do I put it correctly? Is somebody who manipulates a situation where they purposely do not care about the feelings of someone else. Because that's what hoes do.
No, if you're a hoe, you only care about your own desires.
Yeah, and getting your pussy away,
your selfish innuendos,
getting your pussy or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what you do. That's what hoe, or like using a sugar daddy or whatever. That's all you do. And for me,
sugar daddy's a whole different topic.
Yeah,
yeah, but hey, this is Tollgate, bro. It's connected, bro. These are seeds of life. And the problem with, I'm not gonna say all girls are Tollgate. I'm gonna say a good 25% of the girls at Tollgate. Mm-hmm. The vocal minority are hoes.
I feel like more like it's 10% because
it's
the thing is like the hoes that are at school, like, they make themselves known. Like,
mm-hmm.
everyone knows who's the hoe in Tollgate. No one has to even say.
Yeah, we can smell them coming down the hallway.
Yeah, you can smell it, bro. You can smell it. It's like the grossest shit ever.
Especially when you pass by.
Is that
walking
tuna?
in the hall? Walking in the hall and you pass by the girl, bro. And
you can tell
it's her.
by her vocal patterns and how loud she sounds.
Well, you can just tell by her patterns in general.
That's true.
She's making her patterns known.
I think the problem I have with that is
no respect for the human body.
That's true. Yeah, you girls don't respect. Look at you. Yeah, I was like, you guys don't respect your bodies, and this is the problem, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, when obviously a guy who uses for your body, that's fucked up. You should be in love with somebody who actually cares about you for you. But the biggest problem I have is you post these like bikini pics and booty pics, like, oh my god, I'm alone or whatever, and like doing your own thing and attracting those type of shitty people. Your filters are bad. Like, bad, shitty, bro. Your filters are bad. And then, how many times have you seen on Snapchat, guys ain't shit?
Every day.
Every day, right? But if one of us said women ain't shit, oh my god.
Oh my god. There's a lot of that too. People just say bitches ain't shit,
Yeah, but like...
It comes from both standpoints,
I get that, but...
You can't bash one...
I'm not bashing, I'm just talking about...
Which one do you most see, though?
All depends on how many people you got on your Snapchat.
That's true.
All depends on how many people you got on your Snapchat.
For me, I got a lot of people on Snapchat.
I got nobody, bro.
Yeah, but I'll talk to
Let's check Isaac's Snapchat. That's 35.
I'll show you everybody that's added me that I just did not accept.
Bro, this is gonna be a long list, bro.
Oh,
I don't want to read this list now.
It's a long list. I got you.
Oh my, it's too long, bro. We gotta do something else. People are like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
These are all the people that added me. I just didn't add them back.
So if you can't get a hold of Isaac, he's purposely ignoring you. Is that what he's telling us?
Yeah, you guys ignored me, so I ignore you.
This is going to turn into some evidence. It's going to be in court. Mr. Cologne, is this you, sir? So this thing pops off.
Facts, though, because people be like, oh, someone hit me up, and then, but a phone works two ways, guys.
I get the
2 ways.
There's 2 ways to a phone.
No one talks anymore if you really think about it. No one really does. Like, every time you try to talk to somebody, someone hit me up, and you try to talk to them, they, like, ignore. They do one-word answer. I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Mm-hmm. They don't act like nobody's trying to talk to you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially, I'm not going to say, there are certain type of people, I'm not going to say the name of the people, who post all over the Snapchat, oh my God. I say hit me up, but no one hits me up. You know what I mean? If you hit me up, I will talk to you. How many times have I hit people out of the blue? How many times have I hit you guys out of the blue?
A lot.
A lot.
And just talk. And just say, how you doing, bro?
Chat.
How you doing? Yeah, that's what I do. Mm-hmm. Because that's that. I was going to think about, remember I said a couple of weeks earlier about a certain teacher?
Oh. Did you send him that?
He saw it, but we're not going to say the name. He's going to see it later. But what I'm saying is, you talk about how no one's there for you, and oh my God, no one does shit for you.
And then somebody will hit you up, try to talk to you, and then you just ignore them.
I feel like there's always someone there for you, but the thing is, you choose who you want to be there for you.
Exactly.
That's true.
Because I've seen it so many times where people have tried to go through thick and thin to get to that person just ignores them.
Exactly.
Just because they don't want their help, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's
like, you want help, but you're choosing your help. Like, you know? Like, just accept the help.
That for me is weird because, like, I think Angel, right? We were joking about this earlier. We examined it earlier this week. We were joking about it. Remember what?
No names.
No, Angel with us. We were joking around.
Yeah.
You know, Angel jokes around. Don't act like no one knows. Like, who's the kid? Who does Isaac hang around with? Who does Isaac hang around with? Who you know?
That's true. Angel.
That's dwindling down. If you make it, I'm not gonna talk shit. Angel's my boy. Why would I talk shit about him?
Shout out Angel.
Yo. Angel has never done me dirty. Mm-hmm. Nothing at all.
That's my fucking brother.
That's my boy, yo.
Never done me, so I respect him. And never in my life has Angel done me dirty. So chill out.
Shout out to Angel again.
To me, so Angel and I we're all goofing around. Remember when I told you about the when girls are like, oh my God, guys ain't shit, and they try to text them, and they're like, oh my God, no one hits me up. You know what I mean? It's like, bitch, did you know I'm trying to hit you up and try to talk to you? Like, the biggest problem I have is like, look, no matter who you are, everyone wants someone of a certain type to talk to them.
Yeah, everybody's got standards, you know? Yeah. Everybody has their line.
I talk to everybody because, you know, I'm a very social... Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some days you'd be like, nah, nigga.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I like to meet people. I like to interact. Especially in gym class. I mean, that's when you know everyone gets hyped. Yeah. You don't want to drink away from the mic, bro. I was going to pick it up. Want to hear Isaac drinking, guys? But what I'm saying is, like, as a person who has seen shit like that go on, stop doing it. It's fucking annoying. Allow people to want to help you. Allow people to want to be there for you in your life. You know what I mean? Because the only way you're ever gonna truly excel or truly grow is by allowing people to get into your life and to accept different point of views.
Allow people that want to help you succeed in life. Not just... And
you're probably wondering what this has to do with Tollgate. We're just talking about what we've seen at Tollgate, what people do at Tollgate that creates the environment we live in. That's what we're talking about. And this is the big thing, right? The big thing in Tollgate, I think all of us have seen, is that people at Tollgate kind of... What's the word? I'm trying to look for a good word that's like separation. I think people exclude themselves from people on Tollgate.
I definitely do that.
I
don't like talking to people.
Yeah, because obviously everyone has like their own camp. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I just try to, like...
And you could argue, well, that's like every high school. You're right.
Yeah.
But I believe, in my opinion, at Tollgate, it's especially worse because everyone says they're on your team.
There is no team.
There's no team.
No, but
everybody's really fending for themselves.
No,
Yeah.
right, but everyone says they're on your team. You know, everyone's like, I'm gonna ride or die, nigga. I'm always gonna be with you to the end of days. And as soon as you're like, I need somebody, no one shows the fuck up. And then when you get mad at those people, they're like, well, that's not fair. I was going through this and this and this and this, but you never told me that, or you never said this to me that made me indicated in my mind, okay, this person is going through something. They need help or whatever, or they need to do their own thing for a little bit. I have to rely on myself for a little bit. You just left people like me high and dry, and I don't know.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
You know, and that's the thing. It's like, what the fuck?
That's when you get into the top of, like, day one. It's like, you gotta stay true to people that...
Yeah, you gotta stay true to people. I try to stay true to people. There's this certain type of person. I'm gonna say their name is MD. You know, whatever. I'm not gonna say the gender or anything. You can figure it out. It's gonna be a while. It's just
I don't even know what that is.
Damn, I'm tripping. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm tripping too. I don't even.
MD. Is it first name, last initial?
Alright, just keep going.
Initials?
Before somebody else finds out who it is.
Yeah, for real.
Forgot the code.
When I can say boy or girl.
Exactly.
Just MD.
It's trans.
Yeah.
Actually, they're non-binary, Isaac. You can't say that, Isaac.
God,
damn,
I'm
it's
sorry.
2020, bro. Stop playing.
Why are you trying to say that, Isaac? Are you transphobic?
Nah. No.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, as a person, it's like the biggest thing for us as people is to just stay true to ourselves and try to be better. Mm-hmm. Because the problem with people at Tollgate is that they say, like, oh my God, I'm trying to become better, but they really don't become better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to get somewhere in life. And, like, even going back to, like, the stoners and shit. Like, even they want to try to do better and, like, get better in life. But then they just keep going back into, like, their same routines. Because they keep hanging out with, like, that same group. You know what I'm saying?
The only way you can get better is to do it yourself. You have to take the time to get to know yourself and destroy your own ego. Because most of the things that you learn, you don't really need. Like, you know, everybody knows that in the schools. Like, you know, how much stuff have they taught us that we really don't need? It's the same way about some things that you know that you don't really need. You know?
Empanada.
That shit's fire, bro.
That shit looks so. They smell so good. I'm not gonna lie.
But go back to your thing, bro.
Yeah, just you need to help yourself. You gotta take time to understand yourself because, you know, you have no enemies but yourself. You know, you're always in constant battle with yourself. Things that you think are true are probably not true, but it's always you. It's your brain. It's your world. You know, you have to see it, and sometimes you have to take a step back and see the bigger picture because not everything is so simple and clear, but not everything is so difficult to see. Mm-hmm. You just have to take the time to really understand what is going around you and try to put yourself in other people's shoes. It's not that hard, but it's not that easy.
That's true.
I feel like it's definitely a hard thing to do.
It's not though, because it's all about the amount of time you put. People say all the time, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, but you have time to be on your phone posting pictures on Instagram and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Imagine taking that time to really understand yourself. You would probably be a way better person than you were 2 minutes ago.
That's true.
Go for a walk, do something.
Like, just put your phone down and, like, be it by yourself for, like, a good hour. Or, like, even if you go days without talking to people, like, stop hitting people.
Listen, if you need to, like, isolate yourself, you just tell the people that you care about, yo, I'm going to try to find myself, you know, really understand myself.
And because
the best way you're going to live your life is if you understand yourself. Because you're going to know, you know? You're going to know what you like and dislike. You're going to know how to avoid things and what not to avoid, you know? All that stuff. You're going to know what's too much for you and what's too less for you. But that's different from everybody. Everybody has their own balance of how they do things.
Yeah.
And how they see things.
Definitely.
I think people in Tollgate, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, you know, if you go to Tollgate, there is a problem with staying true to yourself, like we said before. Because everybody's trying to...
everything is a big popularity contest.
Yeah. Social media is probably the biggest reason nobody wants to be themselves. Because
social media is the biggest reason why kids have low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem, low social skills and stuff like that. Me myself, I can't lie. I'm one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very social, and I don't talk a lot. But when I talk to you, I can talk to you.
Yeah, we could go hours for talking if you
Yeah,
really want to like talk. But like,
it's all about the time. Like, I'm gonna know when you're gonna take your time to talk to me, and I'm always gonna have the time to talk to anybody because I want to get to understand
Of course.
everybody. Because we're all human. We're not perfect. I can help you in certain things the same way you can help me with certain things. The same way that you need me is the same way I need you.
The biggest problem with social media I've seen, and because I follow both very popular people, and there is popular people at Tollgate. There was some girl at one time who was like, "There's no popular people at Tollgate. There's popular people.
oh yeah, there's
no matter where you go
groups.
in life, there's popular.
As much as people want to deny it, there is a popularity. If you're very well known, that's your popular group.
Yeah.
Like, you probably won't see it, but a lot of people from the outside perspective, outside the circle, they'll see it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? She just walked past the camera. My mom just walked past the camera.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave that one in.
Yeah.
I think.
Have to let me know.
Well, no, I thought you'd see it.
Sorry.
That's fine. You can walk past it, Ma. So what I'm saying is like, what I'm saying is like, as like people, I've seen girls get like, we've seen girls get like 300, 400 likes, right?
There's
Listen,
people getting thousands of likes.
Yeah.
all you girls are beautiful. All you girls is beautiful. The inside, the outside, everything. Like
This thing is lying, bro. No, let's be
you guys
real.
are all beautiful. All
Everyone's
works
beautiful
out.
in terms of their personality.
Yeah, don't like everybody.
Nah, you are all beautiful.
Everybody-
Same way
Alright,
you guys are all ugly.
Isaac, I'm gonna get you the Kraken to date.
Alright, nah, but everybody's like their own person, and like everybody has to do their own thing. But like once you try to like stand out and like go to the popular group, like that's when you're fake. That's when you become fake.
That's
like,
true.
And
You gotta stay true to yourself.
To me, I think everybody has their own type of fakeness. You know, we all wear our
That's
own
true.
type of mask.
Yeah,
That's
Some of
true
us are
because
fake.
people have secrets,
You
people
know,
lie,
we have
people
our own
do
se-
things.
yeah.
Listen, we're not perfect. There is
Yeah, we're
not
human.
one person on
There's
this
not
earth
one.
that can tell you that they're not fake.
It's me.
You know what I'm saying? But like, we're all hypocrites at the end of the day. We
Oh, yeah.
all do things that we don't like others doing, but we do it. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's life.
But that's us as a human race. That's what it really means to understand people, though. If you take that time to realize it, you're gonna understand everybody.
oh yeah.
I think so. So back because I really like this conversation about social media.
Mhm.
So we obviously agree that social media has caused problems.
Yeah, it's caused major
Yeah, definitely.
problems.
The biggest thing for me is, and I don't know if I ever. I'm gonna go back to this point like I talked about a couple minutes ago. I follow very popular girls and very not so popular girls who get like 20, 15 likes from people they always get likes from, which isn't bad, which is good. You know what I mean? It's social media. It doesn't really fucking matter. I think the problem is that depending on your social media account, it's a fucking social status.
Everything you do is a social status.
Yeah, but social media is
friend.
now the embodiment of a social status. You know what I mean? Back in the day, your social status used to be the nice clothes you wear. You know what I mean?
That's
Nowadays,
just
the more
evolution
followers
of
you have, the more.
I feel like social media is probably the biggest way to be fake.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, like you post pictures at different angles, different times of day, different types of
Filters.
poses, different captions. You know, not everybody's happy in the picture. You know, sometimes you gotta fake it.
That's true. And I think the biggest thing for me is we've seen these type of girls who post like in their stuff, like in their bikinis and stuff like that, and like try to present themselves living their best life, or you know what I mean. And they don't really portray them to be. And no one ever wants to be portrayed in a negative light. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think the problem is that social media creates this fake, large world, right?
It sets standards. Social media sets standards.
Because I remember, like, as a black dude who's not like the physically fittest black dude ever, you know, I'm trying to work on my way. I'm trying to do my own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are times when I will be uncomfortable, saying, "Yo, that fool is strong as hell or looks buff as hell." And me as a man, can I live up to that standard? And then I realized a man isn't defined by his fucking muscles. A man is defined by the work he does, and he's able to handle his shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think all of us have some point have seen something on social media that makes us feel really insecure about ourselves.
Everybody's a little bit insecure about certain things. Some
You know
people
what I
can
mean?
say it, some people
Like,
can't say it.
like some girls are like, oh my god, my titties aren't big enough, or whatever, or I'm not good. Or some guys feel like, oh my god, I'm not funny enough, or I'm not this enough. You know what I mean?
None of that stuff really matters. Like, you're
Like,
worrying
it
about
doesn't.
things
Yeah.
that really don't matter. That's what hurts you. You're hurting yourself because you're thinking about things that really don't matter. And if people tell you that matter, those are the people that are more about like materialistic things. Like,
that's going back into like finding yourself. Like,
Yeah, you gotta find
you gotta
yourself.
exclude yourself from like all of that. Just like take a break for a while, cause like
Yeah,
I did that, and like now I see everything from like a way bigger picture.
that's
And
true.
like,
you have to take a
Like,
step
You gotta
back.
step back from the.
You gotta step back
Have
from
you
the
guys
load,
ever heard of the?
You have to look.
Have you guys
Yeah.
ever heard of the phenomenon staying too close to the elephant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
The one I was told was look at the bigger picture. So like you stay in a museum, you see the picture.
Yeah.
You stand really close, you can only see what your
you
eyes
can only
can
see
see.
an aspect of
But
it.
if you step back,
You
you
see
can
the whole
see the
picture.
whole frame.
That's the same thing with the elephant. So it's like if you step back and like, okay, let's analyze the situation. What the fuck is going on? Okay, this is not healthy for me. This is healthy for me. For me, the biggest problem that I'll go over my toxic traits. The biggest toxic trait I've ever had is that I go back and I constantly compare myself to other people. So I'm like, oh my god, this nigga is getting mad bitches.
Yeah.
I'm not getting mad bitches. Oh my god, am I fucking a man?
I can relate to that. I
you
do
know,
the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or I go back saying, "Oh my god, this dude has the baddest bitch. Will I ever get a good pretty girl?"
But see, the thing is, when you compare yourself
It's
to
dangerous.
other people,
It's dangerous.
it's not only dangerous. It's insulting yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting yourself
Get one.
right there. Like, you know,
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you're hurting yourself right there because you're comparing. Not everybody's the same. You know, you can't
That's
do
true.
the same thing he can. But that's what makes him unique, but you unique at the same time.
That's
'Cause
true.
we all have our different things.
everybody's their own person.
Yeah, our own ways of carrying out certain things. You know, like love, dressing down,
Like,
how we talk to people.
Like everybody has that certain thing that makes them different from everyone else.
Exactly.
Everyone has a talent.
But with social media, if you're on social media every day, you're looking at the standards every day, and you
That's
want to
true.
meet those standards.
Yeah.
When
Instagram
there's
models,
there's no
fucking
standards. You know, there's no
YouTubers.
standards. If you're gonna let society judge you, you're just gonna keep hurting yourself.
That's true.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you gotta find self-love for yourself. You mean no one's perfect, as I said before. No one is perfect,
No.
and if you keep judging,
we're perfectly imperfect.
that's beautiful.
That's
That's beautiful, brother.
I
That
won't
is
say that's
beautiful.
perfect, but
We're-
that's the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, we're good at being imperfect, and that's the only perfect things you can do. But that's how you learn. You know, that's how you grow as a person.
Mhm.
The biggest problem is, so I this is what I say to everybody, right? Social media, and we talked about this before. Me and Isaac have the same belief that social media and like the internet and electronics, while they have their benefits, the world has vastly improved because of them.
Mhm.
They have kind of deprived human connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like I
back-
miss talking to females
Like just back in the day, you could just go out and like
and
have
talk
fun.
to anybody,
like you just
guy,
like,
girl, do your own
You
thing.
can still do those things, but
But it's not-
the
it's
thing
not
is,
the
it's
same.
not the same as it used to be because of
'Cause everybody
social media. Because
yeah.
people want to be something they're not all the time.
Old people know how to hold the conversation.
Old people
I
love
love talking to old people.
Old
Because
people
they
love
just
talking
talk
to
about
young
their-
people.
they
They
just-
love
yeah.
it.
They just talk about their life.
I love talking to old.
They talk
heads.
about
I love listening to what old people have to say because you learn from their experience. You know,
Mhm.
I think a man, or a woman is defined more on your experience
That's true.
as a human being because
Oh yeah.
you can be old as hell and have less experience than somebody who's young as hell who has a lot of experience, or it can be vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Everything is defined by experience. If you're willing to listen to somebody's experience and take the knowledge and actually think about it, you will become such a better person because you'll have that experience backed up in your head to where if the opportunity shows itself, you know exactly what you're doing. And that's what the topic we said, you take time to understand yourself and know yourself.
Exactly.
you're-
Best thing to do is to take advice.
Take advice all the time.
Take
Oh.
criticism.
Oh
listen,
yeah.
Take
you gotta
criticism.
be able to take criticism in this world.
it doesn't matter whether you like it. You don't have to like anything.
Mm.
But as long as you can understand it, that's all that matters.
I
You have
think
to understand it and make a move.
Yeah.
one of the biggest things I've seen this generation is that when you criticize somebody, you're a hater.
Yeah, you're
You're not like
Mhm.
how many times have you seen on Snapchat? I'm living my best life, nigga. Why you always doing that? Why you always bothering me? You know what I mean?
all the
Like,
time.
think about it. Like I'm telling you this not because I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And as a friend, I should be able to come to you and be your confidant to say, hey, look.
And just let you know that you fucking up.
You fucking up.
Yep.
That's how, because as men, I want, as men, as human beings, we have to hold each other accountable.
If you guys are really friends, you will have a conversation.
Yeah.
And you guys will talk about what you dislike and like about each other,
Yeah.
and always come to an understanding. If you can't come to an understanding, you guys should not be friends.
Should not be friends.
You can get heated, but as soon as you come back and analyze the situation, okay, I got a little mad, I came back, but I understand what you're trying to say.
It's okay to get mad.
Yeah.
It's okay to show your emotions. Just make sure you're able to, control your emotions. Because sometimes people let their emotions out.
Don't eat the mic, bro. You gotta eat away from the mic.
Gotta get away from that.
That's how it be, though.
Oh.
See, bro?
Let me hit it.
What I'm saying is, bro, like, okay, the biggest issue with people taking criticism, you might want to get it. I don't know if they can see you.
Oh, man.
The biggest issue with taking criticism is that a lot of people don't know how to take the criticism, digest it, then move on with it, and become a better person because of it. When they take criticism, okay, this person has a problem with it, and just moves and continues doing what they're doing.
See, but that's not how everybody works. Because, like, they could take criticism and just think, like, oh, this person's trying to, like,
hate on me,
trying to set me off my course. But in reality, if somebody's giving you constructive criticism, they're trying to help you to succeed in life. They're trying to boost you up.
And you can tell when it's constructive.
Oh, yeah.
There's a difference between, like, fuck you, nigga, sucks, or versus, like, why would have done this instead of this, or blah, blah, blah.
Well, I feel like it's more about, you have to understand there's always
calling
good,
out Tollgate rappers.
there's always good things and bad things, You're not always going to be called beautiful, and you're not always going to be called ugly,
Of course,
You're
everyone has
not
a
always going to be
perspective.
called that, but you are going to hear those things, That's the balance of life. You have to have good and bad things. Every time something good happens, something bad is going to happen after.
To somebody in the world, you're the most beautiful person.
Yeah, to
To
somebody.
somebody in the world.
You're not. No one's ugly in the world, but no one is exactly, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it just to the middle.
That's true. The only fact of life, or one of the facts of life is, like, I think the problem is people pick. This is going back what I'm saying to relationships. I think we're gonna circle back. Is that people, guys and girls, not talking. I'm ragging on the females a little bit tonight, but tonight I'm on your side right now. And the biggest problem is that you pick shitty human beings to go out with.
All right, I'm gonna get into this.
I was about to be like, yo, there's a girl I like.
All right, so you girls all the time
Guys and girls.
Guys and girls.
Let's be guys and girls.
You guys be asking, you want a man
or a woman.
But you guys are chasing after boys
goes.
and girls. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You guys are chasing after people that
who don't have any life goals, really.
Dude, they only got sexual desires. They don't really know exactly what they want. You have to chase people that know exactly what they want, know exactly where they're going, where they're heading. You
gotta find people that know where they're at in life at the moment.
Like if you're like, there's nothing bad about dating people younger than you, older than you, because that's all about experience. Everybody needs those types of experience. The same way, if you're with someone older, you're gonna get that older person's experience.
Of course.
Same way with someone younger, you're gonna get that younger person's.
You're gonna get a younger perspective how they view the life. You know what I mean?
Because you need those experience to understand all types of people.
But if you pick shitty people, you know what I mean, who constantly use you for money or use you for sex, use you for whatever, and then complain about it, I may sound like an asshole, but I don't really feel bad about it.
Yeah, it's more like you have to change your route. You're doing the same pattern over and over again. You're going after these same guys with, very, very, very similar things. If you're never gonna know what you like if you don't change it up, switch it up. Go with
the nerd, maybe.
Date a weirdo, dude.
Let's see how the weirdo goes. Hey, oh man, oh my god, this weirdo's different. Like, he didn't play on a sports team, but this nigga can short.
This kid will treat you right.
Yeah,
like the weirdo knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, right? Because I think people want the baddest bitch.
Listen, anybody can be bad, but not
right. Anyone can be
loyal.
beautiful.
Not everybody can be loyal.
Anyone can be gorgeous.
Loyalty is probably the most attractive thing for me. If you're loyal, if you're standing there for someone that you really, really care about.
For me, what's really attractive, loyalty is good, but I like a woman with wit who can come back, roast. You know what I mean? come back and roast me as well. Like our little, back and forth.
Back and forth.
That to me is attractive.
Smart mouth a little bit.
Yeah, because she's trying to
go
be
with
like,
attitude.
Go attitude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not like enough attitude to be like, all right, get out of my face. No, don't talk to me. But enough attitude to be like, okay, she's able to like
a girl that could stick up for herself.
Yeah, like she's able to come at me witty and combat me and do shit like that.
Same way you girls need protection, us men need protection too.
Yeah. I would say men are probably more vulnerable to love than women.
I find it equal to an extent equal. Because some people, depending on how their lifestyle is, can be very vulnerable or not. Not vulnerable.
For me as a man, as men, we like to keep our guards up.
Yeah.
As soon as we put that shield down and you stab that shit, you create another fuckboy, or you create someone else fucking up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason why fuckboys become fuckboys,
because they've been hurt.
Or the reason why hoes become hoes, they've been hurt.
Yeah, it can be by hurt or some sort of lust. Because people usually,
I think it's both, really.
Usually, people search for that to release feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, chase after those type of things to release certain types of dopamine inside their heads that they need to release. And that's why people sometimes chase after sexual desires and they'll smash, a couple people because they feel like that release, that attention, that type of craving is good for them. It releases certain things, and not everybody's going to understand that. And that's the thing. When you bash on that, that's what makes it worse. They want to do it more and more and more. Like where you shouldn't judge it because you haven't put yourself in their shoes. Most people that do those type of things have a sort of problem
trauma
inside.
Maybe
it can be trauma.
You always
all types of things.
Always got to consider what somebody else is going through.
People
but to play devil advocate,
even people that are insecure, be smashing people. You know what I'm saying? They be going out because they feel like a man or a woman that makes love to them
is a man or a woman.
That makes them
secure. It gives that feeling of secureness.
Yeah.
I'd rather have 10 meaningful fucks than 100 meaningless fucks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that's life. You know what I mean?
Well, it all depends on the person because you can, love goes both ways. Not everyone has the same amount of love though. When you're in a relationship,
well, I'm talking about from my perspective.
People don't understand the difference between love and lust.
That's true.
Because
it's not that nobody understands.
I find me Khalifa hot.
Nobody wants to see the difference. No one wants to accept that. People think of lust as, they think of it as not that bad.
People think of lust as like they don't even think about it. To be honest,
no, they don't think about it. They just go with it.
They think it's
and then
love.
It's lust when you regret it after.
Yeah.
When you kiss, whatever sexual type of intercourse you do.
That nut.
And you regret it after, it was a type of lust.
Yes.
Because you can never regret love. Love is a feeling. It's inside you. You crave that feeling. But lust is just a feeling for a moment. You're looking for that moment of feeling.
Real love to me, and obviously for me, love to me is when we don't have to express through words, whether it's brotherly love, whether it's like love, you know what I mean? There's different type of love. Like you guys are my brothers. I love you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And because it's different. And I think when it comes to female love, it's kind of like, this may sound fucking weird. You know the movie Up?
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas were together for life. And until the movie Up, the guy loses his wife, but he doesn't remarry. He doesn't go out and date because he loves her so much.
Yeah, that's love.
To me, love is when.
But the thing with love is people subject it into one thing. Like this is supposed to be love.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many loves.
Not everything is subjected to one thing.
There's different.
Like with lust, you could see like going back to Up. With love, he was with her through everything. Like she got
lost
sick.
a baby.
Yep, they lost everything. But with nowadays in schools,
or just in general.
Oh yeah, in general, like if something goes wrong with one person in the relationship,
I'm dipping.
Or relationship, I should say, like they leave and like they find a way, like an excuse to leave.
You have to go through rough things to really know if you're in love.
If
you're able to come through something terrible, like so horrible, and come back strong with your lover, that's true love.
That's love.
But if you can't go throughout the whole thing, sometimes you have limits too. Mm-hmm. Some people have their own limits. But if you just don't want to go through the whole thing and you just give up, it's lust.
Yeah.
you gotta take the punches. You know what I mean? If you wanna, for example,
You can't walk through this world unscathed. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You can't walk through this world unscathed.
for me, like I said before, and I'm gonna make this analogy. If you, there, nigga, everyone picked up that shit. You moved away. It's like you're right next to the mic. Oh my god,
Damn, nigga.
it's spiking, nigga. He just choke next time.
I went down the wrong too, but nigga.
He just choke next time.
I'll die. My bad.
Fucking ruining everything, Ethan.
I'll be.
But like I said, if you want to win a fight, like this is an example, and the fight is love, right? You have to being able to take those punches, go that 15 rounds to make what you want happen. Because if you that one punch and you go down and you dip, then was the fight really worth it?
No, you gotta get back up.
You gotta get back up.
Even if you do get knocked down, you gotta get back up.
Everyone in this world is strong. You are strong.
Even if you haven't even like figured it out yet, like once that thing hits,
Once that bell hits for round 2, you're getting back up.
Yeah, you gotta get back up.
For me,
You have the ability to always be stronger. Always.
what makes a relationship work is the idea of like every relationship is different. Some couples only need to see each other like a certain time of day and they're fine. Some couples need that constant attention. Everybody's different.
The best type of relationship is a very, very balanced relationship. You have to balance.
I like my free time.
Make time for yourself.
Free time.
Make time for her. Make time for yourself. Make time for him.
Make time for your boys.
You have to.
You know what I mean?
You have to have that balance because if you do too much of one thing, it gets boring. If you do too much of less thing, you lose interest. You know. That's why people lose interest so easy, and there's so much lust in the world. Is because you're doing too much of one.
You
thing.
want a taste of everything.
Yeah, like
I think
it's okay if you want to be with that person every single day. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to have your
free time,
like your limits.
Yeah, it's like okay, baby, like
we gotta respect their limits.
You gotta have respect for yourself and that person's limits because maybe spending all that time with that person isn't as healthy as you think it is. You know,
it creates a very codependent relationship, and when that person leaves. Like you're now left with nothing. Like, oh my god, I never cultivated my personal life. I never did like what I like to do, and
that's
now
why many relationships end horrible. That's why there's very, very bad heartbreaks.
You need to have like to me this has to. If once I do get in a relationship, I have to make time for my friends. I have to make time for me. I have to make time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like that's life. And the problem is if you always stay with one person for so long and don't expand your circle or expand things you do, once that person is gone. By any means, whether it be death, whether it be just that you broke up, you will realize, oh shit, I have nothing. You need to.
You always gotta.
It's not even that. It's not that you don't have.
You have nothing. You do have nothing because you never cultivated. You never worked.
No, it's not. It's not that you stay stuck. You stay stuck. I'm not gonna say you have nothing. I want to say you stay.
But at that point, you do have nothing because you never cultivated.
No, cause it's not that you don't have nothing because having nothing is like you don't have a life. You have you're dead. That's nothing.
Well,
but you're still living.
But nothing.
In a way, yeah. In a way, certain things that you have nothing. But it's not that you have nothing. It's that you stop chasing what you were supposed to, what you were chasing, but you can always regain it back. It's not the fact that you have nothing, it's that you stopped. You just got to keep going. You paused, you stay stuck. In many relationships, people stay stuck.
When I use the term nothing, I mean in terms of obviously not physically nothing or but you never cultivated. Like to me, like when you're in a relationship, a lot of people focus 110% of the relationship and don't really cultivate other things. So when I mean nothing, it's like, well, yeah, you broke with your girlfriend, but you're not really close to anybody. Like everybody you're with is kind of like, hey, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's friendly. So when I mean nothing, I don't mean you have nothing. I don't mean like, oh my god, like I'm forever alone. I'm gonna die. I'm talking about you didn't cultivate other relationships.
Yeah, but that's where people go wrong. Like when you get into a relationship. You always got to keep everything like before that relationship the same. Yeah. Like don't lose friends.
Don't hit me up anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that means you were never my friend.
Still hit me up. Still like be like with the person you want. Like even though you're with that person, like don't lose friendships and shit. Like go out, still be able to do your own thing.
Yeah. Don't get fucking mad at me when I hang out with the boys. That's my real question. Oh my god, why would that make it?
It's just sad because like so many people have been in relationships and they destroyed like their friend groups just because of the relationship. And then, a few days later they're asking like, yo, I got no friends.
I'm gonna try to.
And it's not even your fault that you don't have friends, You just You focused on one thing too much. And that's what caused everything else to fall, is because you didn't keep everything balanced. Imagine life as walking on a tightrope. Obviously, if you do something too much, you're going to fall. If you lean to one side too much, you're going to fall. If you lean to the other side,
You gotta keep
you're going to
everything
fall.
balanced.
That's the same way every thing that you have in life is really at, you know? You're not going to have your parents all the time. You're not going to have, the things that you have now all the time. You're always going to move on.
Like, how... Oh, go ahead.
I remember a good point. Damn, I gotta charge my phone.
Like with high school and graduating and everything, people are also moving on in their life. Like, you're not always gonna see the same people, but it's always good to stay in touch with that person. Like, even if it's just like a hey, what's up, how you doing? Like that little thing that could keep that connection is the best thing ever. Like, keep your little friendships and keep everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Hit me up, yeah. I'm never not down to talk to somebody.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes I am, but that's because that's a whole different reason.
You gotta explore, expand your boundaries, expand your limits. You have limits now, but you can always surpass them. Always try to surpass things that you think you can't, because you'll in the end you won't regret it.
That's true. And if you do have a bad experience, there's like 7 point fucking a number of people in the world. They're gonna have some bad people, and you're gonna have some good people. And never because you let one bad person do something or ruin your life or do some fucked up shit to you, ruin the possible new experiences you could have with new people. You gotta allow yourself to go out there. The thing is, like, if you really want to succeed in life, you're gonna have to let go of the rope and move further beyond.
You gotta let go. You gotta learn to let go of things that you hold so dear, because the things that you hold so close and dear to your heart are the things that are going to go fast, the things that are going to go first, because life is meant to test you. You have to become strong. That's why the things that you love so much are so easily gone, and that's why they can be taken away with you like that.
You just always got to remember that you yourself are your biggest obstacle in life.
Of course.
Like, not nobody else. Just your own mind, your own mental ability is your own obstacle. Like, the biggest obstacle anybody can overcome is themselves.
Let me elaborate on that. When you get mad at something, it's your fault you get mad.
Yeah.
Why? Because you
Choose to
are
get mad.
you are choosing to get mad
yeah.
at that thing. You don't have to get mad at the thing.
You're letting it get to you.
You're letting it get to you. That's your brain tricking
That's
yourself.
my biggest
That's
problem.
you hurting yourself.
I
And
get
I
pissed
see
a
this to
lot.
many people all the time. That most of the pain that you feel is caused by yourself. Yourself not being prepared. Yourself not going forward. Yourself not accepting. Yourself denying. All that type of stuff. You have to learn to let all those things go.
I do agree that the biggest problem I personally have is that as a person who I do have rage problems. I get mad, and as a human being, I gotta get better at that. And I think the biggest thing is when you're angry is to sit back, go back to the room like an hour or so, and analyze the situation. You know what I mean? Because the problem is nowadays everybody in their anger wants to go in there and fucking duke it out. Because in anger, you say some shit. I've said some fucked up shit when I'm angry. And I'm like, oh shit, I should have never said that. You know what I mean?
That's one of the points that we actually came across, that you need to learn how to control your emotions. That is yourself hurting yourself. If you let your emotions explode, you're hurting yourself.
Exactly.
That's true.
You have to have control of your emotions and your knowledge. Learning too much can hurt yourself. Learning too less can hurt yourself. Letting your feelings overwhelm you can hurt yourself. Letting your feelings, get less is going to hurt yourself. That is the balance. You need to learn how to balance
Pass me my
things.
phone. Pass me the thing. So, we're entering almost the end phase of this, and I want to do something. I want to do an advice column. So we're gonna do this. So every week we're gonna go towards the end, and we're gonna look at advice dash Reddit, because no one sent us emails for questions, but we're gonna give our advice about the things. So I'm gonna pick a good one. Let me see this. I don't know. I didn't pick one. All right. Well, let's do this. All right. This little topic, but my best friend died. That's the title. So I'll read this. This is from Reddit. You can find these are all true. So let's get into it. Well, the day has finally come. I woke up this morning to many messages calling saying my best friend has died. He's been struggling with depression and suicidal urges for as long as I've known him, and I'm not yet sure how to or when exactly he died. I haven't seen him in like 3 days, so I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm not crying or punching a wall like I feel I should be doing. Just numb. Are you guys going through anything similar? So, just to say, first of all, incredibly sorry that your friend killed themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly sorry. Hope the family gets through it. I hope you get through it. I hope you find processes through it. But it's okay if you don't initially cry. The numbness is okay.
Everybody has their own like way of coping in life. Like when my grandfather died, I cried, but like that's because I was so close to him. Like I grew up like he was always there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
But, like when my grandmother died, I wasn't really like with her that much. Like I didn't really cry for her. You know what I'm saying?
But you felt like, okay, that's my grandma though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like I was still sad and everything, but like I just didn't really like know her or talk to her. So like that's just people have different ways of coping. You know.
What about you, Isaac?
I've lost a lot of people in my life. You know, aunts, uncles, grandmas, you know, all that type of stuff, my cousins, and I've never really cried because to me, I just never had that. Even if I was really close, I never thought of crying. I thought of more about just keep going because, you know, they don't want to see you cry. You know, of course they want to see you, you know, mourn for them, you know, and appreciate them for the time that they given you. But I've never cried because I feel like they're not really gone. You know, they're in your memories, they're in your heart. And I'm a very spiritual person, so I never really think anybody's really dead when they're gone. You know, you're never really alone because the world is amazing. You know, so many amazing things. The fact that you're even breathing is amazing. You know, and you know, you can't, as much as those type of things hurt, you know, they hurt more for the people left behind because you're still stuck here. You know, you have to suffer through that and
live through the pain.
Live through the pain, and that pain doesn't go away.
And once you overcome that pain, that's gonna be the best feeling ever.
You will always overcome those types of pain.
Exactly.
But you need to be patient and push through. You have to make an effort for yourself to get through those type of things. Because if you just sit there and mope, listen, anybody that has died in your family, they don't want to see you mope. You know, they don't want to see you down in the dumps. They don't
much
want,
less their friends or whatever.
Yeah, they don't want to see you deep in your sorrow. They want you to get up and keep moving. Keep moving for them. You know, you feel like you're alone because you've lost them. You're not alone.
Everybody will still be with you. Like,
they'll still be with you. Yep. As long as you keep remembering them, they're never gonna die. And if you keep telling them to your children, you know, even other people, they're never gonna die.
Yeah.
Of course.
People don't die.
The memory keeps you alive even after your physical body dies.
Yeah, of course.
You know, your grandfather may pass, your grandmother pass, but they tell stories when your mom and your dad. Yeah, so it's like
they'll tell stories about them. Like
if you feel like, you know, suicidal or down in the dumps because
please get help.
Those type of things, you need
to get help.
You need to get help. You know, even try to help yourself. The best way to help yourself is to ask somebody for help. And you know,
I think
some people may not have the time to help you, but you know, you got to keep looking.
But get professional help. That's what I'm saying. Because not everyone's a doctor. People go to study.
The only thing I can say about professional,
I think you do need. If you're suicidal though, because your friends may give you answers, but like the human mind is complex. So they may say something that's wrong. They may, you know.
The only thing I can say about professional help is the money. Because not everybody is financially stable to pay.
There are organizations out there that help you, like the National Preventing Suicide, if that's what it's called. There's people out there. And obviously, you know, nowadays mental illness is such a big, big thing.
I feel like it's always been a big thing.
But nowadays,
it's always been a big thing. Now that
It's more under a microscope now.
Yeah, now that it's gotten so bad, people have now tried to focus on it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is, sometimes people make it worse throughout the years it's coming. It's starting to get worse
Mm-hmm.
because as a society as itself, we're making it worse.
Yeah,
but that's my personal opinion.
So we're gonna go to the second question. I found one. Posted like an hour ago. My friend is ditching me for her boyfriend. Seen this before. On mobile, so sorry if formatting is off. Little background. I'm a 16-year-old female. Used to be super close with this one girl. Let's call her Amy.
6 years old or
16.
16.
Oh,
Did they say 6?
I thought I heard 6. Go
Did they
ahead.
say 6 or 16?
This is 16.
She's 16.
That's my fault.
We would hang out almost every day. We're inseparable, and then she gets a boyfriend. At first, it made us even closer because it was her first boyfriend, whereas I had a bit of experience. So she would come up with some advice. So obviously, for those who keep me up, this girl, her best friend has gotten her like her first boyfriend, and obviously they were close at the beginning, but something shifted. Next thing I knew, every time I asked her to hang out, she would make up excuses until pretty soon she would just flat out say, "I'd rather hang out with my boyfriend. Sorry. Today we barely talk except when let me do that again. Fuck. We barely talk except when we're whole friend groups gets together. Not because we're fighting or mad, just because she always is hanging out with her boyfriend. And even when we do really hang out, we're talking about him or texting him. I feel like a lost, really good friend." Now, one of my other friends, let's call her Haley, just started dating a guy about a month ago or two months ago, and it's the same thing with her. Like today, I asked her to hang out, and she said she said she was sick and couldn't, which was fine. Then she texted me saying that she and her boyfriend were fighting because she wanted to hang out with him and he didn't. Okay, so obviously, I don't know if you picked up on that, but Haley, the second friend, obviously has been with this dude, and obviously she's like, "Oh my god, like I want to hang out with him, like your other friend," but the other dude was like, "Nah, I'm good for now." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't have any backup plans with him, but lied to me about being sick. There's been a lot of instances like this where she says she's sick, had to do chores, or swamped with homework, and I later find out she's with him. It's one thing to say you're busy or have plans, which I would totally get, and for not lying to me. I would have tried to bring it up to her, only for her to say she just stressed about it. This is kind of weird, because she posted like a little, I don't know, stressing about, and then X, so I don't know if it's a period or whatever.
That's a long one, damn.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thing right now, and she misses me. Also, when we do hang out, it's the same thing before. She texts him, asks him for advice about him, freaking out about him, telling me updates about him. I feel like we never have a girl time anymore. And when we tell her this, she says we can't plan it super soon. And then every time I try to make plans, the above happens. So she obviously ignores her. I recognize this pattern, and I'm scared to lose another close friend to a boy. Any advice would be much appreciated. So, this is what I would do. You gotta get your girls together and be like, "Hey, bitch, what the fuck is going on?" You know what I mean? I'm your friend, and obviously this boyfriend of yours is all cool and shit, but like, I feel like our friendship is taking a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather you tell me if you want to be friends anymore than tell me to be friends. If you don't want to be friends, then tell me. But we gotta figure this shit out. Because to me, the shit I hate the most, and I will get close for this. I'm gonna get close. The shit I hate the most, all right, is literally when you're in a relationship and you just fucking ignore me. Why? There's no point to it. I was there with you, not in the beginning, but I was there for you. What the fuck?
That's when you gotta really stay true to like everything. Like just because you meet this one person doesn't mean that they should consume all of the rest of your time. Like even though
we were going back earlier too.
Yeah, going back into earlier, just like always have time for like your day ones. Always have time for like everyone else that was there for you in the beginning before you even met this person.
That's a good way to go back to a topic that we discussed earlier about
relationships.
How relationships go two ways. One cares about the other more than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
See, with the girl that got the boyfriend. That was her first boyfriend.
So there were two girls. The first girl, called her Amy. She got her boyfriend, the first boyfriend.
All right, so Amy, right? It's her first boyfriend. She has no experience. That's why experience itself is such important.
She's gonna be over.
It's important because if you don't have experience, that's where the things get a little rocky. You know, because she has to now make her own experience. So she thinks that she has to give this boy all this time. You know, she's trying to make something good by making something bad. You know.
Yeah.
She's trying to make something work.
She's trying to be with him all
while
the time.
destroying something else.
Trying to do stuff.
She's trying to create a relationship with this guy by destroying her previous relationship with her friend. But she's not doing it intentionally. You know, she's just doing it
because it's her. It's
you know,
her first thing.
It's her first relationship. Yeah. She has no experience.
It's her
she
friend.
doesn't know what to do. She also wants to keep that relationship. You know?
Yeah, for the girl that has to suffer through that, having to see her friend ditch her for another guy. You know if you're there for that person or that person's there for you. You know, sometimes you gotta let go. You know, sometimes you gotta let that person do their own thing. But always, like, if you care about the person, you stay in touch. You know.
Yeah.
And if you feel like everybody's got limits. You don't have to stay in touch for your whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just be there when she needs that help if you care about that person. Because you know, if you care about someone, you don't have to spend time with them all the time. You know.
It's good to have space for your relationship to grow and build.
You need space. You need time to think. People need to put time for themselves. You need to at least half an hour to an hour of, you know, time for yourself. And I know you people can be on your phones for hours and hours and be on Netflix for hours. So you can make time for yourself. It's not that
you
hard.
don't water a plant all the time. You only water it when it needs it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Take the time.
That's
but don't always do that, you know. Don't always wait till you need it. You know, don't always wait.
Just do it like 3 or 4 times. Like, how much is the planting fucking water?
Dude, one time a day. One time a day.
I think
It all depends on the
unless your relationship is a cactus, you can only one time a year. Just
consistency is key.
That's true.
You have to be consistent.
But yeah, this is the first episode of Unknown Enlightenment.
Unknown Enlightenment.
Coming out, you know, by the time I edit this, hopefully I can get out by Friday. But this is episode 1. I think this kind of evolved from more than exposing Tollgate, but I think
we didn't really talk about Tollgate, but that's all right because
I like the way
that's the beauty of a podcast. You know, you go in talking about one thing, but it turns into something else. So yeah, hopefully next week we get together for you guys, and next week we'll figure something out. Hopefully we're gonna have a good topic planned out. But till guys, see you then.
See ya.
Peace.